Good evening. President Donald Trump just finished speaking to the nation about his successful military campaign against Fordo, the nuclear site in Iran. In fact, three nuclear sites. I want to talk to you tonight. I want to prepare you for tomorrow. I want to prepare you for the CNN meltdown that is coming. I want to prepare you for the impeachments that will be filed to try to declare to you that Donald Trump did not have the power for this military campaign. The purpose of me coming on tonight now is to educate you so that you know how to respond all over Facebook when you see these crying liberals screaming, he cannot go to war without Congress. He cannot start a war without Congress. And they are right, because Donald Trump did not start a war tonight. He ended one. And that requires no congressional approval to end a war. Okay? So let's talk about it. First of all, President Trump gave a riveting America First speech moments ago. Not only have we destroyed the Ayatollah Khomeini, death to America, death to Israel. The only problem is they now have no way to bring that death about. And now no other nation is going to take up their cause because they have nothing to offer now. They are a powerless enemy. Donald Trump just ended World War III for the second time in this second term, first between Pakistan and India, and now between Iran and Israel. I want to answer the question tonight. Did Donald Trump have the power? You need to share this with all conservatives right now because I'm going to educate. I'm going to give you the facts and the truth so that you can defend our great president against all of the lies that are about to come on the mainstream media, starting right now as we speak, okay? So let's get this started. First of all, I see the liberals crying. I see you right now. I just turned on the news and I saw the liberals. I hear your cries. But this is an emergency reality check coming to you in real time from Professor Toto for all snowflakes. I'm not going to pass you a tissue tonight, but I'm going to prove to you that Trump had the power and he used it like a boss. So let's set the table for this feast of flaming facts that I'm about to give you. Let's set the table. We're going to do a buffet of flaming facts, hot off the grill. Okay. Hours ago, Donald Trump, yes, the man that the deep state tried to silence, impeach, indict, and assassinate, he executed a precise, surgical, and perfectly legal military strike on Iran's underground Fordo nuclear facility. Now, that was not just a bunker. That was a nuclear serpent pit, humming with uranium enrichment and dripping with global annihilation. That's very important to understand. So what did Trump do? Number one, he wiped it out. He wiped out the leadership of the military, the army. He wiped out over 20 senior officials that operates the head of that serpent. He did it with not one boot on the ground, with no nation building, just power, precision, and peace through strength. And immediately, like liberals to the moth flames of truth, they start crying, he can't do that without Congress. He violated the War Powers Act. This is illegal and unconstitutional. To which I reply, you poor crying liberals, you've clearly never read the Constitution or a history book. But now these liberals evidently are finding a copy of the Constitution in their Whole Foods bag. So let me educate you, Toto style. Article 2, Section 2, United States Constitution says, and I quote, the president shall be the commander-in-chief of the Army and the Navy of the United States of America. What does that mean? He can act swiftly, boldly, without waiting on a room full of bickering bureaucrats eating fundraising donuts. He can move quickly. And no, this is not new. Let me take you down memory lane, shall I? Bill Clinton, 1998, bombed Iraq with no congressional vote. Barack Obama, Libya, Yemen, Somalia, he destroyed them into rubble with no congressional vote. Ronald Reagan invaded Grenada, 1983, no congressional vote. Joe Biden struck Syria, 2021, no vote. So liberals, where were your cries of illegal then? You only start hugging your pocket constitution when Donald Trump acts like a man and a leader. So let's address their next little whimper. What about the War Powers Act? Ah, yes, the beloved War Powers Act, 1973. Let Professor Toto keep you from being embarrassed any further. I'm here to help you is what I'm here to do. I'm going to unpack it in crybaby proof terms so you can stop melting. It says the president can engage. Here's what the War Powers Act says. The president can engage in hostile action without congressional approval as long as it is in response to an imminent threat. Bam. That's the War Powers Act. And Congress has to be notified within 48 hours of his action. He then has 60 days before he needs a formal authorization to continue. Well, guess what? The Ayatollah Khomeini was enriching uranium in a forbidden mountain cave, not in a research lab. That is a red line. Trump did not start a war. He shut down a threat. And he's got 60 days to enjoy the view from Commander-in-Chief Mountain while liberals hyperventilate into reusable whole food bags tonight, crying like babies. Ladies and gentlemen, Trump had the power. He used it like a boss. He followed the Constitution. Trump upheld international law. Trump stopped a world war tonight, nuclear. You're mad because he did it? When Biden couldn't even locate Iran on a map? And here's the icing on the cake. The world is safer tonight. Israel is protected. And America just reminded the whole world what leadership looks like. So to you poor crying liberals, Trump did not break the law. He just broke your narrative. And once again, he's one step ahead and 3 steps above. And now you know the best of the story.